Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm gonna do a book review today, and this is Raziel or Raziel, I think. Raziel. That sounds pretty sexy, doesn't it? This is book number 1 from the Fallen series, written by Kristina Douglas and Anne Stewart. So just so you know, most of the time, if not almost pretty much every time, when I purchase a book, I research a little bit of it in Goodreads and then purchase it on Amazon. And I look at the star rating and I look at the genre. And it has to have romance in there. If it doesn't have romance in there, it's very, very rare I'll buy it. The other books that I bought, it didn't really have like romance in there, or like a lot of romance in there. I didn't really enjoy, and I even forgot the name of it. It was a series. So anyway, I'm gonna give you information from Goodreads.com, and then we'll go from there. So let's see. Kristina Douglas's sexy new series introduces a realm of fallen angels and ruthless demons, where an eternal rebellion is brewing, and one unsuspecting woman can change the fate of the fallen forever. She was just an ordinary mortal. Open quote, your dad, close quote, is so not what Allie wants to hear. Unfortunately, it explains a lot, like the dark, angelically handsome man who ferried her to this strange hidden land. The last thing she remembers is stepping off a curb in front of a crosstown bus. Now she's surrounded by gorgeous fallen angels with an unsettling taste for blood, and they really don't want her around. Not exactly how she pictured heaven. Until death catapulted her into a seductive world she never imagined. Raziel is unsure why he rescued Allie from hellfire against Uriel's orders, but she stirs in him a longing he hasn't felt in centuries. Now the fallen are bracing for the divine wrath brought by his disobedience, and they blame Allie for the ferocious Nephilim clawing at the kingdom's shrouded gates. Facing impossible odds at every turn, the two must work together to survive. Raziel will do anything to defend his spirited lover against the forces of darkness because Allie may be the fallen's only salvation. Okay, it seems like in the synopsis there's a lot of information that's already been provided. I thought I had to tiptoe a little bit, but anyway, before I move on to my review, the genres this belonged to would be angels, paranormal romance, fantasy, demons, and urban fantasy. Not sure about if I agree with that one. First published back in January 25, 2011. I can guarantee I didn't read it back then. I don't think I owned this back then. I don't even think the iPad Mini 2 was out back then, was it? I don't know. Anyway, so I think this is the first book that I read from Kristina Douglas, and I just actually noticed that Anne Stewart, there's also a secondary author, because it's not really in the cover. It just says Kristina Douglas. So that's the part I just found out right now. This is rated 3.7 in Goodreads.com. Okay, so I honestly don't remember what made me want to read this. I probably already got it. It's in my possession. It's in my collection. Sometimes there'd be, like, I would scroll down and then I'll look at the cover and I'll be like, that's interesting. Or I just kind of scroll it down like this, you know, like in Vegas when you're at the, I can't even find the words because, ever since I had my head trauma, I'm not as eloquent as I used to. So I'm like, I know what I want to say, but it just not coming out. The slot machines. So it's like those slot machines in which instead of like, you know, pulling the handle, I'm like scrolling like that on my screen on my iPad mini. So I will just do that, close my eyes, and then I'll just stop, and then I'll pick from that whatever is shown on that page. And most of the time that's how I pick my next book after I finish one, unless it's in a series. Excuse me. But anyway, so I started reading this and I was really surprised and I enjoyed it because I've never heard of Kristina Douglas. But also, I don't know. I read a lot of books and stuff, but I don't know. I just feel like I feel like I've only really discovered writings of like 5% or less than 5% of authors, especially romance authors. So saying that I've never heard of Kristina Douglas doesn't really mean much, to be quite honest. So anyway, this starts off kind of a little, like, I gasped, you know, and the intro was really there, stepping off a curb in front of a crosstown bus. So there's an accident. Obviously, I feel like I kind of did a half a spoiler there. And so she is being taken to this place. As much as possible, I don't want to do any spoilers, okay? So, if there's certain things that you guys are expecting me to finish, I'm just not going to because I don't want to ruin it. And there's a lot of mystery involved, and she gets to learn a lot of things, which is a good thing because you know how every author has a different version of, let's just say, paranormal, or like a fiction, you know, like something fictionalized, like a specific kind of person or character, stuff like that. Like, it's always like that, especially I feel like in paranormal genre, because let's just say for angels, right, or fallen angels, or vampires, or werewolves, or shifters and stuff like that, every author always has like a different kind of lingo, different kind of terms and all that stuff. So I don't want to ruin that for you. I want you to enjoy the journey that it goes in. So that's what happened. And there's an undeniable like attraction between them, Allie and Raz, and Raz, like he's like my best friend. So you kind of need to, I mean, the discovery of that, the journey to that, the acknowledgement and the fighting of it, it's actually pretty fun to read. It's very exciting to read. It's very you definitely get involved, and there's a lot of things, like just like here, unsettling taste for blood, that would definitely be stated in the book, and I just don't want to ruin that part because I believe it's like a little bit of a surprise. And again, I didn't really read the synopsis and more information about the book, so for me, when I was reading it, everything was really, oh gosh, this is what's going on, that's what's gonna happen, you know. And I like that. I like going through those emotions, going through the surprises, going through a turn in which I don't know what's out there. I don't know what's behind door number 1. You know what I mean? So I like that part, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody that will be similar in that. When to rate this between 1 to 10 stars, I definitely rate this as an 8. I love the book. I enjoyed it so much. This is 1 out of 4 books. I do recommend reading this, and if you love series books, especially this kind of book when it's romance or paranormal or fantasy romance, stuff like that, since all 4 books have been released, I would strongly advise to get all 4, and please read it in order, just so there's gonna be little things here and there in book 2, 3, and 4 that you might be like, what's going on? And I always feel like this, like it might be ruined when you're reading the other books before you read the first book. This is definitely like really, really exciting. It's an exciting book. It's an exciting read. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. Did I expect to enjoy it this much? No. Again, that's 8 stars, 2 thumbs up. If you guys have any suggestions or advice into a book that is similar context, content, genre especially, or genres, and topic and the way it writes is beautiful, please leave that comment down below, because I would definitely want to try and read those books. If you love this book, you enjoyed it, or maybe not even, and you want to discuss with me about it, feel free to chat down below as well. I love to chit chat with you guys and converse about this book. If there's any other thing like questions, I also do enjoy getting questions from you guys. So thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you again next time. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, and the bell so you'll be notified whenever I do upload a new video. Don't forget to expand the description box, because as much as possible, I always try to get coupons for you guys, discount codes, and other goodies like that. I also have my Twitter information, Instagram, Snapchat, and for business inquiries, I have my email there as well. Thank you guys, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.